Welcome back to Bigger Than Race. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brand. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to touch on some important transitions that are actually here. And I want you to know, because we are behind, I want to show you what is coming and how the powers that be, they place things in plain sight for us. And they would hope that we can actually see and connect the dots. Because I can assure you, with this level playing field, they would like us to join the party. But how many of us have the eyes to see, to properly connect the dots, and to know where we're going? Let's dive in.
Cars that drive themselves, facial recognition, detecting cancer potentially better than a doctor. These are just some of the technologies that artificial intelligence is fueling. And with the potential to add trillions of dollars to a nation's GDP, the race to become an AI superpower is on.
In the age of AI, data is the new oil, so China is the new Saudi Arabia.
That's Kai-Fu Lee. He's the author of the new book, AI Superpowers, which explores China's standing in the world of artificial intelligence.
If you measure by research, basic research, papers published, excellence of research, US is and will be ahead for the next decade. But if you measure by value created, how much market capitalization, how many users, how much revenue, China probably is already ahead.
China's rise in AI is relatively recent. In May 2017, China's AI evolution reached a symbolic moment, what some even called a wake-up call. Go is a game that's been played in China for thousands of years and is said to be the world's most complex game. 19-year-old Ke Jia is known to be the world's best player. He was challenged to compete against Alphabet, the parent company of Google, in a 3-game match. He lost. Less than 2 months after the defeat, the Chinese central government announced its ambitious plans to build up its artificial intelligence capabilities. As part of its existing Made in China 2025 plan, it aims to create a next-generation artificial intelligence development plan. The plan is broken up into 3 benchmarks: to keep pace with AI technologies by 2020, to achieve AI breakthroughs by 2025, and to actually be the world leader in AI by 2030. That same year in 2017, during a keynote address to the ruling Communist Party, Chinese President Xi Jinping said, "We need to speed up building China into a strong country with advanced manufacturing, pushing for deep integration between the real economy and advanced technologies, including internet, big data, and artificial intelligence." To get there, it's investing a lot. In 2017, Chinese venture capital investors poured record sums of money into AI, making up 48% of all AI venture funding globally. Chinese startups raised $4.9 billion, while their U.S. counterparts raised $4.4 billion. But while the U.S.'s $4.4 billion is made up of 155 investments, just 19 investments made up China's $4.9 billion.
The innovation is still coming from the U.S., and that's thanks to obviously a huge network of universities that are fed by the world's greatest talent, not just Chinese engineers coming to the U.S. and computer scientists, but also from India and everywhere else. So I think that advantage for the next few years at least stays with the U.S.
This is Ben Harbour, a Beijing-based VC who's invested in the likes of Uber and Mobike. I met him at East Tech West, CNBC's tech event in China.
What China has the ability to do is scale and monetize, commercialize these types of technologies. We have a much larger number of graduates in the kind of STEM fields in China that will certainly be coming back and further influencing the development of those companies. China will be where you monetize, and by nature of the beast, eventually they will start to innovate far beyond the US, but a couple of years ago.
China's mobile-first market means more people are doing everyday tasks on phones. Naturally, that means more data is available. But experts tell me China's rise in AI boils down to several main factors. Number one, its population. At around 1.4 billion people, it's the world's largest country, and thus there's a lot of possible data to be captured.
It's done a fantastic job of moving its economy to cashless. And when you can pay with everything with your phone, you amass a huge amount of data.
Thomas Friedman is an economist, New York Times columnist, and author of Thank You for Being Late. The second factor is that China doesn't have the same restrictive privacy laws that the US has, making it easier for companies to collect data. In fact, not only are privacy laws less of a barrier in China, but the government is buying technologies to use data in an effort to capture unprecedented amounts of information on its citizens.
If you get to self-driving cars, for instance, first, there's a massive amount of data that those cars are going to spin off. And if you've got those data sets, you're going to be able to do the improvements, see the new jobs, products, and services that can be designed out of those data sets. You're going to see better and better, more deeper insight patterns than anybody else. And I think it's going to be a great advantage for China.
PwC says that by 2030, global GDP could increase by 14% because of AI. Its deployment will add $15.7 trillion to global GDP, with China predicted to take $7 trillion. That's almost half of North America's projected gains of $3.7 trillion. Yet China's AI development isn't seeing optimism across the board either, with critics saying the sector is overinvested, and also skepticism around monetization for the industry. Meanwhile, the vast amount of data being collected scares critics who question the ethics of it all, not to mention privacy laws in other parts of the world that flat out make it illegal. But it's hard to deny the potential for AI to transform industries, and with that transformation could also come a change in the workforce. In fact, Kai-Fu Lee says AI will be able to replace a whopping 40 to 50% of jobs in the US within 15 years. Meanwhile, Friedman thinks the race in AI could potentially come down to politics, more specifically, President Trump's stance on immigration.
What really drove our economy forward, what drives any economy, is that we had a higher percentage than any other country of high IQ risk takers. High IQ risk takers are what really, the people start new companies and new businesses and create new medical breakthroughs and new engineering breakthroughs. But Trump basically has put out a sign in our front yard that says, "Get off my lawn." I worry about that. I mean, I believe any foreigner who gets an advanced degree in America should get a green card with the advanced degree. We want those people. And so the idea that we're pushing these people away is sheer madness.
It was sheer madness, ladies and gentlemen. Now you can see where we're going, and you can see where we're headed. Now, let's see what Amazon's future plans are, which align with everything that you've just seen. Now you have Amazon future plans from cashless stores to home robots. Now this is one of their cashless stores, Amazon Go, all digital. This is Bezos in India. Amazon India, taking it global. Zomato. When I was in India, we actually ordered from Zomato. Some good food. Brings back memories. Deliveroo. This is all Amazon. Hyundai department store. Drone delivery. Robots. Cleaning. Cooking. Ironing. Reading. Internet. Amazon Alexa. Video games. I don't know, but it looks like some kind of Zoom type technique device. Amazon Medicine? What? Amazon Halo. IoT devices. Amazon Prime, we already know about delivery. But they're going to be doing autonomous deliveries, autonomous shipping, autonomous vehicles. This is another robot delivery method. Drone. This is what's coming, guys. The framework is already here. If you look at the mobility website, you'll see there's a company called DAF. I'll do a deep dive on it, but they've already made the framework for the open source protocol for autonomous vehicles, drones, things of that sort. Even the Proposition 22, I believe it's 22, that affects Uber and Lyft drivers. What do you think the reason for that is? Because they're getting you ready for the shift when your ass is not going to be doing no damn deliveries or drop-offs anymore. You won't be driving people to and from. It'll be autonomous because those companies are going autonomous. Ring, Prime Air. What is this, energy or just one of their facilities? Everything going digital. Amazon. Wow, this is big, ladies and gentlemen. But now this next video clip, I want to show you how they hide things in plain sight. They'll tell you the truth in plain sight. Like I said before, if you have the eyes to see it, you will see it. But you need to know that the robotics, artificial intelligence, the global GDP increase by 2030 should be about 13 trillion to AI. And you have about 15.8 billion invested globally into AI startups in 2018. That's 40%. 40% of government workers will consult AI agents by 2022. Now, this is SingularityNET, ladies and gentlemen. They are in the robotics industry, and they have no competition at that level. And you know why that is? They have no competition because all those major companies, the biggest companies in the world, are going to be merging with AGI, and they've been funding OpenCog, funding the artificial intelligence movement for a long time. And that is why artificial intelligence and Chinese investments are some of the best investments we could ever get into. And that is why I talk about SingularityNET, VECHAIN, and things of that nature. Now let's go to the next video. And let's see if you can see what I see.
Whoa! What's this?
That's the Arcturian.
This is what gave you to you.
Do you see how they do it? Do you see what I see? I'm just going to let it linger, and I would love for you to type it in the description box. I mean, not the description box, but just comment what you see. But I'll tell you what I see. I see the SingularityNET, the logo right here. And then I also see Monero. So SingularityNET and Monero. Now I'm going to type it in just so you can see. Boom. See this? Boom. And let's go back here. Boom. 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 The infinity signal. Now let's look at Monero, which is right here, right in back of it. Now, I don't know why they would put this type of stuff in a kids TV show, but it's here. Now here's Monero. Monero. What do you see? Do you see it? Because I can see it. This is how they do. In plain sight, ladies and gentlemen. In plain sight. Now, let's go to this tweet by Ronald Van Loon, and it was actually sent to me. Those videos and this tweet was sent to me by Dragon Ball. Super. One of the Patreon members. Very smart gentleman. I always appreciate talking to smart people, because smart people make me even smarter. Catch my drift? But it says here 50 most powerful technologies, trends of our time. 50 most powerful technology trends of our time. We're going to go from 1 to 50. AI, narrow AI, advanced AI, AGI, which is SingularityNET. Machine learning algorithms, advanced personal analytics, human engineering, robotics and android symbiotic, DNA testing and sequencing, neuromorphic hardware and software, blockchain, smart cities, digital twins tech, quantum computing, 4D printing and molecular switching. Sorry about that. Advanced hybrid cloud computing, fake news, deep fakes, dirty data. And if you're talking to Michael Jackson, he might say dirty Diana. Social media psychometrics, AR, VR, search engines, AI advanced sensors, smart data, sensors and gestures, controlled devices, streaming technologies, chat bots, basic AR, VR, big data, SaaS, PaaS, P2P, autonomous self-driving vehicles, drones, singularity tech, superintelligence, life extension, advanced genetics, circular economy tech, sustainability, self-regenerative, effective computing, nanotechnologies, 6G, AI personal assistance, digital ethics / equity mark, contracts, POTS, digital reward systems, traceability, supply chain tech, predictive SaaS POS analytics, marketplace analytics, AI tech, smart buildings, analytics digital, advanced clinical trials, other analytics and predictions, super intelligence, amplification tools, personal health pods, space travel tech, mind uploading, life extension tech. Now, either I'm crazy or you crazy, but I just did a video on mind uploading. Many people were talking about I'm crazy. I think it's your ass that's crazy. Let's go.
Welcome, Alan. There's an office available next to the window if you'd like.
Well, that seems perfect.
Welcome, madam. Follow me, please.
Okay, entity, let's get to work.
Adam, you have 11 potential meetings proposed for this week.
Okay, entity, I'm going to have to deal with those one by one, yes?
You also have a deadline for 5 different projects. And don't forget, you have to organize the talks for 18 new customers. In addition, the Bilib agency sales representative has just arrived.
What?
He is waiting to see you.
He's already here?
Look, you have just received a message from one of our top clients.
Hello, Adam. Remember we arranged to play squash the next time I was in town? Well, I'm here today.
Entity, this is too much. I think I need to prioritize, delegate, defer some of the tasks that can be automated. Can you help me with this?
Of course, Adam. Please authorize the download of my intelligent automation plugin for business. Right now, I am labeling all the tasks based on priority. I have also been in touch with your customer's own virtual assistants to reschedule the appointments. Oh, and I have ordered you a squash kit. By the way, would you like a coffee?
Entity, is that you?
Yes, Adam. Some of my logic has been semantically linked to this physical robot so that physical interactions can happen. I am also talking to the representative from the Bilib agency.
Entity, I think I've learned something today. Prioritization and intelligent automation not only save time, they also increase productivity. Wish me luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know who this is. This is your boy, Brando. Investigate truth on your own terms.